guys, welcome back to another video. I got my CSX shirt on today, which probably knows what it means today. It's not a rail fanning day, rather it's a model train day. Trainsworld.com. There is an HO scale Athearn AC 4000 YN2 in here, number 420. So we're going to be looking and listening at this new HO scale Athearn AC 4000. Okay, now let's take a look at this Kato HO scale locomotive. So I'm going to have to just do that real quick to get it open. This is from trainworld.com. Thank you for them to bringing this to me. There we go. We have the power rail right here. Set that right here. Here is the locomotive itself. Let's put this on the bottom here. Here's the locomotive itself. Let's take it out. 130 bucks for DCC ready. This is a DCC ready Athearn Genesis locomotive. AC 4000, number 420, a YN2. A pretty iconic number. I've seen them twice. I think we can just take this off. That's the bottom. And then you have some AC 4400. Not that useful. Shows you like all the details on it, which we'll be looking at that in a few seconds here. Oh yeah, that's a good first preview. Look at that thing. Let me pull up my N scale track and the locomotive compared to this. The size comparison is crazy. Okay, same length, it's just different width. But here's N scale track compared to HO scale track. So let's do comparisons. So let's move up my N scale locomotive out of the way. The brand new HO scale. Oh my god, it is heavy. And it looks like it came out fine due to all the ruckus that happened. That is beautiful. This blew my expectations. I thought it was going to be way smaller than it looked. It is bigger than it looks and way heavier. Let's do some investigation. Also, let's take this out before we do some investigation. I don't know if I missed. Wait, here's the oh my gosh, that comparison. Here's what it looks like through hand size. I have to use my whole hand to pick this thing up. Okay, so from here we have the track installed. Now we are going to install the train onto the tracks. From here, this is going to be the camera view. We're going to test out this HO scale. This is going to be the camera view for a little bit. I have to get the power pack. I forgot that part. Let's run it. This is the Kato HO scale track to an Athearn AC 44 CW. So that's forward, so that's not how it's supposed to go. We're going in the wrong direction. Oh wow, okay. That's the farthest I've ever moved it in one go. Alright, it's on. Which means we have assembled our train. Now let's get it moving. at a pretty decent speed. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm back in my room. I'm back in my train set room. I got more HO scale stuff and a special surprise in this box. So I'm gonna hold it like this. There's a bunch of packaging, tons of it too. There's so much protection. Only one thing needs so much protection like this. Oh, the back exposed it. Okay, so we got an Athearn locomotive. Another one, my second Athearn locomotive. I'm gonna open it. I can't look. It's open, isn't it? I'm here editing this, and I know what I just said sounded really stupid, but I'm going to put it into context on why I said it. I didn't realize that that was the last layer. So what I meant by it's open, isn't it, is because I thought there was no more layers, and that was going to be the last one until we could see the locomotive. It is possible that there could have been more protection inside the box, but that's what I meant. I don't think I was stupid for saying that, because it sounded stupid at first, but don't worry. I'll put it into context. Pretty. I like it. Here we have the Athearn SD70 Max, and we're going to look through it for a bit. So it's in the YN3 scheme. As you know, barely anyone makes these anymore. They usually make the SD70s in the YN2 scheme, so it took me a very, very long time to find one of these in the YN3 scheme. But I'm glad I got one before they sold out. Let's look at the headlights for a bit. Let's zoom in on those. There we go. So here, the front looks pretty accurate. We're looking at too much of a curve out here. There's too much of a, it's supposed to be round, but it's alright. We got the two headlights going vertically on the top. Then we got the number 4697. Now I know it starts in 45, but there used to be 70s in the olden times where they started in 46. I think they're all scrapped now, though. That could explain the different front. We have the ditch lights on the bottom. Then we have the outside railing. Pretty much it for the front. Oh yeah, the coupler too. Let's look at the side. So we have 4697 on the side, and then if you look a bit closer, you can see it says SD70M. You can't really see it, it's that small that even my phone can't pick it up. It's a standard cab, and you have the SD70 Custom. Let's look farther into getting this locomotive on the rails and seeing how it performs. So here we're looking at the SD70 MAC. Now my track is very poor right now, but don't worry, that will be fixed awfully soon. Roughly soon. The SD70 is taking its first run on the rails.
Oh, that's sad. Wait, hold on. Something's wrong. Oh, there's an axle broken or something. Hold on. I'm gonna take a look. Let me hook up the AC44 to it because the AC44 is way faster. Is the AC44 just fast or is this just slow? I mean, it looked cheap. It looked cheap. It said it was new. It said it was brand new. No, we're not doing this without the bumper. Hold on. Alright, well, we'll just have to make do. Because the hopper needs to be at the back. Ooh, this looks firm. Heavy, too. Pretty consistent. Let's give it a whirl. Ooh, it's pretty tight. All right then. Yeah. I didn't understand that. I don't know.
Hey guys, welcome back to my layout. I just got home from school and some more model train stuff came from my HO scale layout. We're doing pretty good right now. We got a pretty decent sized circle, some diamonds, 4 cars, and 2 engines. There's an SD70 Mac right below me, and I can't reveal a surprise that's still coming. This isn't gonna be the last of it, but I don't know what this is yet, but we're about to see. It's most likely some track. Yeah, I will admit that. I got some, that's some of the stuff I got. Some track. Yeah, some track. Just what I thought. Ooh, it came in a it came in a rubber band. Is Britt saying I got stacks? Look how long this shit is, too. No homo. Look how long this shit is. Alright. This isn't all, by the way. I spent $182 on some toy track, basically. And I got 4 curve tracks. There's 4 in each packet, and I got 4 packs, so I got 16 total. Dang! Look at this. It's a lot of stuff, and then there's some protection on the sides. Let's see what we can do with all this track. Why not? So I realized I don't have to move it. I just have to show it to you. I don't really need scissors. I can basically just do this. Wow, that's a lot of track already. The first set. Oh, by the way, we're soon going to have the whole camera covered. So I can't just stack it. I have to just place it. Some more track. 3 more packages to go. And the thing is already halfway covered. Holy my. Soon you're not going to see me anymore. Or it's just going to all fall over. I think I went a bit overboard.
There's no way. I think I went overboard with all this trash. Oh, yeah, just as I expected. Okay, how about this? I'll place this all down for you. Here's what my setup looks like right now. Here's the AC44, by the way, and here's all the track I unboxed. Jeez Louise. That's a lot of stuff. This is what we got so far. This is what we're working with. Here's the box. Yeah, we bought a lot of stuff. Let's get to work. Hey guys, welcome back to my set. We're back in my room and I got something else here today. I have no idea what it is, but it's awfully heavy for this kind of size, so this might be the surprise that I wanted to show you. I'm sorry for holding it like that. I'm probably gonna get demonetized. No, YouTube, don't make me poor. I mean, either way, I'm poor. I don't make money off of YouTube. Get the YouTube shit. I have 2,000 subscribers and I don't make money. I'm confused. I heard like at 1,000 you start at least making a couple cents. I made a penny. I should not be holding it like that. It's very dangerous. Be cautious while you're using knives, obviously. Take it from me. I nearly died to a knife because I just slightly wasn't careful enough. And newspaper. Another lost year. That was the SC70. Now it's whatever's in this box. And I'm exposing a bit too much. That's pretty nice. I'm already seeing what it looks like. Let's give it a whirl. Here's my SD70 Ace, people. Bad start, but SD70 Ace. We haven't even seen how it runs yet. Here we have the Walthers HO Scale CSX SD70 Ace. These are all extinct. You are not allowed to find these anymore. I mean, not allowed, but you just can't. You can't find these anymore. I'm gonna move that. You can't find these anymore. They're all scrapped. No, not scrapped, sorry. They're sold to Pan Am. But, it's exactly what it used to look like, even the flared radiator. Here's the Mac. They're not that different, but they're both the SD70 family, which means they're not that different, but you can definitely see a difference. Let's put them side to side. Because this is cheap Athearn, this is Walthers. Walthers is very cheap. But this is the only place I can find a budgetable SD70 Ace. If I were to find an actual Athearn SD70 Ace, it costs $300. I'm not doing that, sorry. They look very similar. The SD70 MAC has a much rounder nose. This one's much more square, which is what points out on the SD70s. On the SD70 ACEs, the SD70 MACs always had that kind of round nose. Both their headlights are the same. They both go vertical and they're on the very top. Their numbers are different. The SD70 ACEs are on the 48,000. These are 46,000 for the MACs. Let's look at the radiator. The radiator, much more flared than the Mac, which is flat, and then the Ace is much more flared, and the paint basically looks the same. This one looks like a much more run-down YN3 scheme, and this one looks about a bit newer. The axle bearing is about the same. Bumpers are the same. The couplers are different because this is Athearn, this is Walthers. Yeah, let's give it a whirl. But this time the Mac is trailing, so we're gonna put it. Actually, first, let's see how it runs itself. Because technically the Mac is help. So let's see how the ACE runs itself. If it runs good, then I'll let him keep the shipping charge. But if it sucks, then I'm still gonna take the shipping charge. It couples on, so that's a good sign. All right, y'all can see it, but I can't. So that's just gonna have to how it's gonna be. It is so much better than the Mac. The Mac wouldn't even move at this speed. It's trucking for what the Mac offered. This is also trucking. Look at this. Look at it. Oh, the lights are pretty sad though. I mean, that's not bright at all. The Mac's lights are way brighter. I don't think the lights are ever bright. I think they're just lights. I love the flare radiator it has. It is so much smoother than the Mac. It stops on a dime. Oh, my bad. The SD70 Ace and the SD70 Mac as one lash up. Let's see how it moves. Wow. They look perfect together. I just realized the Ace looks a bit bigger than the Mac. And look, see, the Mac's lights are a bit brighter. But I think the Ace is a bit bigger than the Mac. Okay guys, the final product is done, and this is how we're gonna end the episode. So I'm gonna show you what the final layer of the layout looks like. I'm gonna show you. You may not recognize this car, but I got it after school one day. I had no time to press record because we were going somewhere, so I just unboxed it and put it on the track and let it go. The point of me coming in here was to finish out this episode on a T, so I want to explain what is going on. The double diamonds are recreated off of the Plant City viewing platform in Florida. As you should know, I'm a Floridian rail fanner, so I obviously have been here a lot, and this is one of the few places that have started my rail fanning likes. The true place I've been to first was the Auburndale Plaza. That's where I started my liking of these trains, is the Auburndale City Park in Florida. That's where I rail fan for the first time in my life. But Plant City was second. Look at it as the viewing platform is here. So the S line, the first line of the S line is right here, and then the second line that's almost never used is here. And you have A line right here, and then you have the curve right afterwards. But it doesn't go into that's Yeoman Yard, even though it's barely anything to work with. Just work with it. Also, surprise, surprise, I ran out of track. So maybe I didn't go overboard because this was a lot. This switch came in recently. It is not powered by anything. The switch is powered manually due to the switch that functions it right here. This, I don't know what's for. I think it's for something that has to do with the cord that has to stay on. But it's a switch that dissects the two tracks. The second one goes to A line, the main track, and then the first one goes to the S line track, where I usually park the trains. I'm gonna show you guys how it works. Right now, we're set onto the S line, so I'm gonna back it up and show you guys how it works. To set the switch, that you simply flip this little lever down here, and it functions the switch manually. I'm able to determine where a switch is going due to placing my fingers, the edge of my fingers like this, as if it's trailing along and seeing where it goes. Or, since I've been rail fanning for long enough, I just know where they go. This goes this way, and then this goes that way. I've been rail fanning long enough to know how switches work, so I don't have to do that anymore. I just know how they work. So when I'm out rail fanning, I know how to determine a switch without walking across the entire track. For now, we're gonna set the train onto A line. I'm going to classify this piece of track as a defect detector so that I can play little sound effects while I'm modifying it. Now, I'm going to upgrade it at a pretty decent speed. I have my AC44 parked on the second track that is not being used due to its inaccessibility. I have changed out its couplers, but now, ever since I did that, the ditch lights haven't been working, and I can't find a way to replace them. I've looked at Crafty Fox's video on taking apart the whole thing, but I don't even know how to do that. But I know what the problem is, because if I press it down, the ditch lights work. But if it just runs normally, only the headlights work. So, I know what the problem is, I just don't know how to take off the train. So right now, it's not in use. It works fine, it's just the ditch lights don't work. That's just going to look weird, so I'm not going to use it for now. And also, we got this coupler, car back here, because it doesn't even go to this set. It goes to an electric set, so it's kind of hard for it to make it work. Also, it doesn't make any sound when it goes over these diamonds. The train is entering the yard. The Ace has been put into storage due to coupling reasons, so now the AC44 is leading, because this one has more flaws than the AC44 does. It unbuckles from the lash up every time I try to use it. We're now going to back the train up out of the yard. We're going to try S-Line again, but with one modification. We're going to try this with one modification. Seeing if the Ace works better as third engine. It always uncouples from the lash up, but it never uncouples from the cars. Let's see if this works better. Seems the Ace does just fine when it's on third engine, so I guess we'll just have to keep it like that, even though this is a three-car train.
this is the final product of my layout. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will be getting more cars in the future. Thank you for watching.